beside you. Find out what we're made of when we are called to help our friends in need.
You can count on me, like 1, 2, 3, I'll be there. Hi guys, it's me again, Rosie Rose. So as you heard just now, I've just sang a song entitled Count on Me by Bruno Mars. I believe that you already know what I'm gonna talk about from my life experience. So I will talk about friendship. Yes, the word friendship is really familiar and really close in our daily life, because wherever we go, whatever we talk, whenever we eat, whenever we, anything, it's all about BFF. Friendship. We've called ourselves as 4 flat this sem, because as far as I remember, when we were in diploma, we aim to get, to achieve 4 flat for every semester. So that's why we named ourselves and our group as 4 flat this sem. Also, actually, there are 4 of us, including me. And yeah, for your information, I call them as Raira. Ra is from the name of the cutest bestie and the smallest bestie of me, which is Nur Nazira, but we call her as Ira. And E is come from Ita Nusar Fitri. She's a really lovely friend, and she really loves to crack joke, and sometimes she's become really crazy at the moment. And last but not least is Ra. Ra is from the name I've gotten from my Sarah, or actually we call her as Mai. Sometimes we call her Sarah when we want to, tease her or something. So yeah, that's basically about a very brief introduction of my best friend. Ira, Ita, Mai, and myself, Rose. If you realize something, there are similarities that are common in our nicknames, which is the letter words in our name. As you can see, Ira, I-R-A, 3 letter words. Same goes to Ita, I-T-A, Ita. Meanwhile, Mai, M-A-I, me, R-O-S, Rose. So the 4 of us has the 3 letter words in name, which I can see that, oh yes, we really can create a great bonding between each other, and we have a very strong chemistry with each other, especially during our study time in diploma. I still remember when we were in our last semester, we have to make a very hard decision to split up. Yes, to split up, but not the friendship obviously, but the group assignment. Because usually in any group assignment, like for example when we were in semester 4 that time, we have to create a group of 4 to sell anything. So yeah, we have create our own so-called company with the name of Biscotti Chips, and from there we have achieved a very great achievement. Yes, we've got A for that subject, and it turns out that with the money that we receive from our customer, because we have baked the cookies, right? So from the cookies baking, Alhamdulillah, we've received many revenues from our selling. So we've got to spend our time together in Seoul Garden for a few times, and then the last activities that we've done together, the extreme park activities, we went to the Skytrack, and then yeah, with the revenues we received from our selling project. So that's the story of us when we were in semester 4. But the story that I actually want to tell you guys is when we were in semester 5, we have to be split up. Our group of 4, we have to split up into 2, which is the worst, the worst part in our that time, because yeah, it's hard for us because we always be together. it is hard for us to accept this because we usually be together in any group assignment, because we usually be in a 4 group, and then suddenly we have to split up into 2, which is a very hard decision for us that time. And we don't want to split up, but this is what we have been expected during our semester for that time. So after we have a very deep discussion with each other, although there's like, we were really sad that time, but with that maturity in ourselves that time, then we have split up into 2. But Alhamdulillah, even though we have to split up, Allah is the best planner, because for that final project, we have done our best that Ira and and another group member, they received an award for 2nd place for that business project research. While us, Ira, Ita and I, and another group mate, we have received the 1st place for our research project that time. That's why even though we have been split up, but we still can perform well together. Alhamdulillah. That's not the end of my story about that, because there's a lot of things that we've been through together. The best thing ever when I got the chance to go vacation with them, even though we didn't go any far from from Malaysia, go overseas or something, but we still can manage to spend our time together for vacation. It's really interesting, right? I have many photos with them that moment. So yes, frankly speaking, it is not easy to convince my parents to let me out from the house. You know why? Because I'm a girl, I'm a woman, I'm a lady who is not supposed to go out anywhere without any guardian. Because as I told you guys before, that if I want to go anywhere, my brother will be my guardian, he will be my bodyguard, he will be my driver and whatsoever. So it is not easy to let me out from the house, especially to go vacation. But Alhamdulillah, my bestie did a great job because they have convinced my parents well, especially my dad, to give me permission to go out and to go vacation with them. Maybe the factors is because the place that we went is not that far, it's somewhere in KL, which is we stayed in Regalia Suites and Residence for 3 days, 2 nights. Yes, and then we've been doing many activities together from the day 1 until the last day, and the best part is, yes, we celebrated the birthday with my bestie, because that time was in November, and then actually we have just done our internship. It was our last day, and then we have done presented our report during internship that time. So then we decided after a few days we just done the presentation, and then we went to the vacation somewhere in KL that I've mentioned. So interesting, because we planned out a surprise birthday party to a best friend of us, which is mine, because it was in November that time. That's why we celebrated advanced birthday with her. And there are a few places we've been there together. We went to Petro Science in KL. Also, we have been eating a lot of food. We went to KLCC together, and then there's many photos of us, like I mentioned just now. So yes, interesting that friendship is something that we completing each other. And then the best part is when I have story to tell them, then I will share with them. Or maybe when I have problem, they will be a great listener. really lend their ears with me. So whenever I need them, they will always be there for me. And whenever I need their advices, they will give me advices. Especially when I have something to tell them, or maybe interesting story. So those are the life experience that I've been through in diploma time, the grade 1. And then there's time when I've been through a problem. I've got the problems, and then the problem is something about my relationship matters. It's funny that they actually can sense something which I could not sense, because some says that love is blind. So I was like, oh okay, no, I didn't see that, because I can see, I thought that he was the one, but it turns out no, it's not the one. And yes, Alhamdulillah, actually there are two of us are currently pursuing our study in degree. Meanwhile, the other two, which is Mai and Ita, the both of them are working, but actually they're planning to further their study also. But as for now, they are still focusing on their career. But yeah, I'm glad that I've got to know them. I'm really thankful to Allah who has sent me those angels in my life, especially in diploma time. Even though it's been about 2 years we never meet each other, but we still keep in touch with each other. We stay contact, and then when anything that we want to know about ourselves, we will just update in our group chats, and sometimes we will be mentioning each other, tagging, and then commented in each other's social media, which is nowadays there's so many technology. There is advancement in technology, so there's no reason for us for not keep in touch with each other. Even though we have our own life commitments, but we still do have times to spend together. Well, with that, thank you so much guys for listening this blabbering and the stories of my life experience about my friendship. And thank you. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe this channel, guys.
And
Bye bye.
when I need it, I can count on you like 4, 3, 2, and you'll be there. 'Cause that's what friends are supposed to do.